right, how's it going? It's Thursday night, about 10:15 p.m. I'm hoping I can get this episode done and on time for your Friday morning release that, I've been doing week after week after week for the last 4 years. It's been a little bit rough this week, just playing catch up with a bunch of stuff. I did get to hang out with Stevie T earlier this week. That was a lot of fun. Anyway, yeah, so let's get right to it, shall we?
Can we please get the hair flick intro back?
You know what? Yes, we can. Let's roll it. All right, so yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks. I just want to bring everyone up to speed. My video, The Fans Deserve Better, has had its copyright claim released, meaning somebody at YouTube reviewed the situation after it blew the fuck up on Reddit and said, hey, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Screw the record companies. This deserves to be seen. This deserves to be heard. I can't say it's a great system we have, but we do have fair use rules in place so we can criticize. Copyright law should never be used to silence criticism. That's just horseshit. Anyway, let's get to your amazing comments and questions.
I have a hypothesis that music corporations are fearing their end. You no longer need a music publisher to record your own, so they're starting to intimidate independent musicians instead of coming up with record deals that are so unfair you're better off selling your soul to Satan.
I would tend to agree with that hypothesis. Here's the big question, and I'm going to put it to you guys. How many of you guys are buying records, CDs, or whatnot from major labels like Warner and Universal, that kind of thing? I mean, like if you're buying your records from Century Media, that's one thing, but I don't know if they're a subsidiary of a larger label or not. But I'm curious about how many of you guys are still out there buying music in physical format. I mean, like, I remember when that Jared Threaten thing happened last year, one of his promo videos he had a stack of CDs, and I'm like, you might as well have had fucking 8 tracks up, because they're so fucking obsolete. I don't know, I still love vinyl though, so maybe I'm a bit of a hypocrite there. I don't know. But I do think you have a point that maybe some of these big companies are seeing a paradigm shift in how the way music is consumed, and they are trying to get a piece of it any way they can, and that includes filing bogus copyright claims so they can steal creators' income. That's the way the system's set up right now. Because if you file a counterclaim, it goes to the person who actually made the claim and not to an arbitrator. And that needs to change in a fundamental way.
Hi, recovering musician and current copyright attorney here. Disclaimer, this is not legal advice. Contact an attorney in your area. But fair use is defense, not affirmative protection, meaning you have to litigate it to avail yourself to its safe harbor. Fair use is infringement. When you make that defense, you stipulate that you acknowledge you're infringing, but the use is permissible. You can contest it to YouTube using that claim. They won't always acquiesce because they take things down to avail themselves the safe harbors that shield them from liability. Many times, the aggrieved party will drop the claim because you can countersue them for inhibiting your ability to use your work. If it's pretty fairly a case of fair use, they'll drop it. Also, you can sue them for making a knowingly frivolous DMCA claim. Honestly, an attorney near you will probably take the claim on contingency if you have a counterclaim, which it sounds like you do.
All right, well, I don't know if you're completely full of shit there or you actually are an attorney, and if you are, I do appreciate your insights on that. I thought that was quite interesting, especially about the frivolous thing on the DMCA. I really want to let some of my fellow YouTubers know about that, how you can countersue for frivolous claims, because I'm sure a lot of people might actually have basis for that. Now, like I said, it's one thing to do a cover song and not get a license, and it's another thing to, rip something out of somebody's song and just basically rip them off. That's fine. But fair use, it throws a pretty wide net in terms of, transformative work. That's what allows a lot of YouTube to thrive. We need the ability to make parodies, and we need the ability to criticize the media that's out there. And the minute we use a clip for that purpose, it shouldn't be an automatic copyright claim, because that just sucks, because it's censorship, and fuck censorship.
I'm using Pro Tools. I hate it, but my university teachers say you gotta learn the standard if you want to work in the industry.
So I want you to ask your university professor, what industry? The industry where the majors are suing the creators to get a piece of the action on YouTube because they haven't figured out a way to sell a product to the people out there? That industry? Yeah. It sounds like your professors are about 15 years behind the schedule, which doesn't surprise me at all. A lot of music schools will teach you about how the way the music industry used to be and not how it is currently. It may be the industry standard, but truthfully, you're probably going to wind up working in a converted garage somewhere recording local bands and teaching people how to play their instruments instead of actually making awesome fucking records. That's usually what happens, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Here's the thing, though. I won't say don't learn Pro Tools. I think it's a good idea, but I also think it's a great idea to learn Reaper and Cubase and Logic and a whole bunch of other systems if you want to truly be flexible from studio to studio. If you want to be the guy with the skills people come for, don't pigeonhole yourself with one DAW. Learn a bunch of them.
Hey Glenn, what do you prefer the sound of? Active or passive pickups? What do you prefer to record? Greetings from Washington State.
Hey Tyler, I think I've answered this before. I really don't have a preference. I mean, one of my favorite guitars to record is my Schecter C1 Hellraiser with a pair of EMGs in there. It's got an 81 and an 85, like the Zakk Wylde set. It's a monster sounding guitar. It stays in tune. There's really nothing goes wrong with it, and it's probably wound up on more records than any other guitar in the studio. You know, but I mean, like we had an SG in the other day and they were a little the pickups were a little noisy, but you know, they were cool too. The place we have in Hollywood has a real problem with RF, so we're going to be outfitting a bunch of guitars with Fishman Fluence pickups because of their high resistance to radio interference. So, you know, it really depends on your situation. It just so happens the Fishman pickups sound fucking amazing, and they're actives, but they give you a couple different options with that coil tap and all that shit. They're really fucking cool. But actives or passives, hey, I don't give a fuck. Whatever sounds good.
Hi Glenn, my name is Oscar. I'm primarily a guitar player. I also play on bass and drums, and this is a bass question. I use a short scale bass, and finding strings isn't always easy. So what I've been doing is I buy long scale bass strings and I take off the winding just on the E string just enough so that the cord can actually fit into the tuning machine. Is this going to affect the bass in a negative way? I went, fuck you, Glenn.
No, I think that's a fantastic idea. Holy fuck, a bass player who puts effort actually working with this instrument. Wow! I think, you know what, I better play the lottery or go unicorn hunting tomorrow. I think it's my lucky day. Holy shit. Anyway, man, no, I think that sounds like a fantastic idea and good for you on working around the problem. That's fucking amazing. Here's the thing, if it works, it does work. That's fucking awesome, dude. Everybody, so you guys have seen this shirt for the last couple of years. 1, 2, 3, 4. This shirt smarter than your drummer. One of you awesome people suggested a sequel shirt, and I don't remember your name, and I really feel bad about that. But I'm gonna make it a limited edition print of the sequel shirt. It is 1, this shirt's smarter than your bass player, because apparently 2 is too many strings for most of them out there. I'm gonna make this shirt available for the next 48 hours, just a limited edition thing. So if you wanna get one, follow the link in the description below and get yourself an awesome freaking shirt. Let's get back to the show.
I'm using a Logic Pro X and I'm curious what you would prefer, PC or Mac?
I'm a PC-based guy, but honestly, I've been kicking around the idea of maybe learning a Mac system just because I know there's a ton of people out there who do music production on a Mac, and I think that might be an interesting way to bring in a larger audience. I'm not planning on giving up the PC anytime soon, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to learn more skills.
What do you think of Rammstein's way of recording guitar? That is overdubbing the guitar track 15 or 20 times.
I think Billy Corgan did that back in the 90s as well. He like stacked tons and tons of guitar parts on top of each other. I think it's really cool if you can play tight enough. That's the thing. I mean, somebody asked Jeff Waters from Annihilator, why don't you quad track your guitars? It's like, because it wouldn't be tight. It really depends on how intricate you are to be able to do that kind of thing. Rammstein is very beat based, and the riffs are fairly simple, so you can stack stuff up like that. But if you're going to be playing periphery, maybe not. Also, the chords need time to ring out, and when you stack multiple guitars out with long sustaining chords, that really sounds fucking awesome. More intricate stuff, maybe not so much. Again, it all really depends on what you're playing.
Other than ease of use, does it just come down to preference when using a sloped face studio rack? Looking to invest in a power amp and wondering how much heat comes from play, whether or not the unit is installed.
Hey, Scotty, I'm wondering why you're getting a power amp. I mean, like, who the heck makes passive monitors these days? Then again, it might be a bass or a guitar power amp. I don't fucking know. I love the sloped racks. I haven't had any heat issues, but then again, I'm not running a power amp. I like the sloped ones because I can just reach for whatever I'm working with and I can see what's going on, whereas a straight-faced rack, you're going to be looking down a lot. You might, if you're really concerned about heat, might want to put your power amp at the top so you don't cook anything above it. See if that works.
Glenn, I love this. Please keep it up.
That would be my mixing metal drums tutorial thing. If you guys want to see more tutorials like that, please let me know in the comments and let me know what kind of tutorials you guys want to see, because I will make them for you.
Love these tutorials, showing us you really don't need to spend tons of cash to get that sound.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, today is the sale on the Shep's channel from Waves. I did a video for it last night, and that's why I'm so late. I was shooting this episode tonight because I had to get that other one out of the way. It's still on sale for the day. Again, a link in the description below. It's only 29 bucks. Killer plugin. It usually goes for 150 bucks. So if you want to get a top of the heap plugin from Waves for drum, bass, and vocal production, grab the Shep's channel. It's freaking outstanding.
What is your stance on guitarists as well as bassists wanting to use their tone? Well, I agree with not wanting to use that in a pile of shit that they brought and finding a similar tone on a quality setup. I would if you might ever use musicians' gear and tone if it needed some minor adjustments and not driving the speakers or amp as hard, less EQ and gain adjustments.
Aaron, what the fuck are you trying to say? I can't make any sense out of this. If a guitar player insists on their tone and their tone shit, I'm going to tell them, look, your tone is shit. If you're bringing in shit gear, guess what? It's going to be shit. I can roll that shit in glitter, but it's still going to stink. However, you know, if somebody brings in quality gear, absolutely, yes, please, let's fucking fire it up. Let's go for it. You probably find working with local bands, you're going to be working with people who have a lot of shit gear. I mean, I remember when the local online classifieds came into being here in Windsor, and I'm like, fuck yeah, this is going to be great. You know, I'm going to be able to buy all this awesome used music gear. And the thing is, everybody's putting up Line 6 Spiders and, you know, shitty guitars and just crap I'd never want to fucking use on a record. So that is going to be the people you are recording. Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
Hey Glenn, this is Andrew. Fuck you from Van Nuys. About your mixing and headphones comments and research, I wanted to show you the Waves NX head tracker and the Waves NX stereo VST plugin for your master track. It is a room simulator for your studio, and it monitors your head movement and really does a good job of simulating being in a studio in your headphones.
Thanks so much for the video. That's actually a reminder. I've actually got that sitting on my bookshelf. I should probably bring that down to LA with me and try messing around with it and see what kind of results I get. It definitely looks worth investigating for sure. I know a lot of you guys want to mix on headphones, so that's going to be my big project for the year, is finding a system that works great for mixing on headphones.
Hey Glenn, any opinions on Swedish death metal guitar tone?
Yes, I love the guitar sound on At the Gate, Slaughter the Soul. Actually, somebody asked me if they could make me a custom pedal, and they made me this, which I still need a demo. It's called the Gleniac. It's basically a Boss HM2 with an overdrive in place as well. It's pretty fucking gnarly. I've got another one kind of in the same vein. It's down at the LA studio, and I probably am going to demo that pretty freaking soon. So yes, stay tuned for that. I do absolutely love that Slaughter of the Soul fucking guitar sound. It's just wicked. We need to bring that back.
Glenn! Dude, I must know, what were the settings on the 5150 you were playing through? This sounds amazing, and I just got a 5150, so I need something to jam out to first, and I choose this!
Oh, dude, that was like 4 fucking years ago. I don't know. That was on my modded 5150 as well, so... yeah, I don't know. I will tell you about this, though. One of the tricks was... it was on the red channel. I think we were using a Maxon OD808. And that was my Schecter Hellraiser that winds up on so many records. And that's a Mesa cab and a single SM57. So that was the chain there. The settings, I don't know, turn up to it sounds good. You know, don't fuck, everybody's amp's gonna sound slightly different. I have two 5150s, they sound completely different. The settings aren't gonna fucking matter. It's where you place the mic that matters most. And if miking cabinets is too difficult, believe me, I know how difficult it can be because it took me fucking forever to learn how to get it right. You can grab my Impulse Pack, which has that cab, that mic, and that whole signal chain, so you can get that sound with ease. That's it's called the Eagle Cab from The Eagle Is Landed. It's that one. Links in the description for that one as well.
Call me lazy, but spending $20 on a pack of DR lowrider strings is just way easier for me to do than boil some old ass strings. Haha.
Yeah, Aaron, that's because you're a rare exception and you sound like a bass player with a job. I'm talking to the other 99% of those guys out there who still need their mom to drop them off at band practice.
Hey Hey Glenn, I love this segment. It looks like Jolie may no longer be modding the Octavas. Do you have any recommendations on another industry-regarded modder to make the MC012s sound absolutely amazing? Thanks.
Oh, that's too bad, man. You know, I remember talking with Michael a couple years ago, and I really liked the work he did on my MC012s. I really don't know anybody else doing mods like that. My suggestion would be check out the small diaphragm condensers from Lewitt because they're fucking amazing and you don't need to modify them at all. They're absolutely fucking stunning. Definitely worth checking out. All right, everybody, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out. And hopefully I get this edited in time for the morning. Wow, am I ever running late? Anyway, yeah, have an amazing weekend. And like I said, this shirt's going to be available for the next 48 hours. So if you want to get one, this shirt is smarter than your bass player because let's face it, they only use one fucking string. Yeah, grab it now because it'll be gone and gone for good. Anyway, have a amazing weekend. And thanks again for watching the show. You guys are the absolute best. Take care.